Hey guys, it's me, Mopar Matt, coming to you from the recording studio. And you might be wondering why you're staring at a sheet of white plastic and a wheelless 83 Silverado casting. Um, this particular video is being made in response to a request from William Witters Jr. Um, he asked me at one point in time how I laid down the pinstripe material that I use on my vehicles, on my customs, since I'm nowhere near skilled enough to hand paint a perfectly straight line. And this is that demonstration. Um, Now, needless to say, with that introduction said, what I think kind of goes without saying. First and foremost, is I'll take the casting out of there for a second, because I need to make absolutely good and sure that the casting is spotless of finger grease or anything of that nature. Another thing I always do is I take the entire rest of the piece out of it and leave only the metal, only the die cast shell. Now, let me just, there we go. Now, it's wanting to focus here. Sorry, guys. Now that I know that my casting is free of any fingerprints or finger grease or anything, what I want to do is I want to take the material itself. There you go. I buy them as a wide strip like this, and then I cut it down, especially if I'm just using this one wide strip like I do on the 83s. On all the 83s I do. I usually trim it down better, but this is just demonstration pieces. And then what I do is I come along very carefully, and let me just see something here. Okay. What I try to do is take a piece of line, a piece of striping tape, and very carefully, roughly position it like so. I then look it over, look directly overhead of it, make sure that it's pretty much centered. I mean, even away from my center line, which obviously is that ridge right here in the hood. And then, once I have the front down, I usually push it into place like so, with leaving that little piece wrapped underneath the nose of the truck. A good firm press down with my thumb to the base of the windshield. I then peel back some more backing material, put a little loop of it underneath the window there. Yeah, just like you can see there in that shot. Put a little loop of pinstriping material inside the window frame, and you will understand why in a second. I then take, keeping at least a little bit of a ribbon, little bubble in the front window frame, I then, by eye, try to precisionally as I can, align the front edge of the front of the cab. Like right here where my thumb is, on my fingertips. The front edge of this roof. By eye, I try to align that edge. And then bring the tape straight across as close as I can. Now, that's actually pretty darn close. Let me see how this thing looks on camera. Yeah, it's pretty darn close, yeah. Wish it went this fast when I did it for real. Now that I have that lined up, I press that down to pretty much hold the black in place. Now, as oftentimes will happen, you'll have it misalign. And you'll have to sit there several times of doing this. Peeling it off the roof, trying to hold your beginning edge, and reapply. Where, come on, focus. Where you see how it's just a little bit off? Well, sometimes when I'm trying to do this for real on a painted casting, I run into the problem of this, where it's most obviously off center, but it's just I'm sitting at just the wrong angle to notice it at first. But like I said earlier, I just peel the tape up a little bit, reposition it, and press it down, just like that. And now it's lined up. Here comes the tricky part. Here comes the very, very hard part. Where you want to take that straight line and extend it onto the tailgate of the truck. Now this is one of the biggest pain in the butt problems for me. Oh, sorry, pardon my terminology there. My pain in the rear end issues, where everything looks fine when I pull this thing taut and drop it on the tailgate, drop it onto and wrap it around the tailgate, but I'll discover when, let me reposition the casting here, when I look down the sight line created by the pinstripe all the way down, and I look down it by eye, I'll discover that the hood area is good, the roof area is good, but the tailgate area is a little bit out of alignment. Same thing like fixing any roof misalignment. All I do is pull the tape off, move it over again, press the edge down, and then right around the tailgate. And let's see here. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to maneuver the casting and watch the screen on my camera at the same time. Actually, that came out pretty darn good in my book. Now, what I would normally do at this point is, you'll notice I've got a nice big excess tab beneath the tailgate and a nice big excess tab at the front of the truck. What I would normally be doing right now is taking a pair of scissors and cutting just about a 1/4 inch off the back of the cab. Let me get that into focus here. About a 1/4 inch off the back of the cab, I would cut it with a pair of scissors. Same thing with the front of the cab, about a 1/4 inch off the front of the cab. What I then do is I take that little section and I fold the tab pieces under. Oops, sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm trying to demonstrate here. I would then fold the pieces underneath and into the cab, so they're sticking on the bottom of the roof or underneath the hood area of the truck. Just like cut this down to about a 1/4 inch away from the edge and then fold it underneath the truck. And if you're quick enough while doing this, you can get the glass and the grill and the chassis for this particular casting. If you're quick enough, you can get them all back in and tape the casting together for a little bit so that the pinstriping material will stay stationary and not want to move around on it and not want to loosen up. When it comes to the tailgate, the best I can advise, at least as far as what I do. Someone else may think what I do is crazy, but what I do is I very carefully take my X-Acto knife and trim here, fold this thing under like so, trim right here inside the back of the truck, trim right at the edge, take the excess out, take the excess piece out of here, and then put the whole chassis onto the casting. And then I let it sit that way for about 3-4 hours, occasionally repressing the pinstriping material into place, making sure it hasn't moved. And with any certain level of luck, your pinstripe material will stay when you remove the casting. The chassis from the casting. Your pinstriping material will stay in place. So there you have it. If you have any further questions, Billy, let me know. I know it's a lot to take in only 13 minutes, but that is the only way I know how to do it. Heck, if someone saw my video, if someone sees this video and can tell me an easier way to do it, please do so. But that's it for me, everybody. I hope to be making another video sometime soon, and that, as they say, is that. So this is me, Mopar Matt, signing out from the recording studio with another Mopar Matt how-to video. I will see everyone later. Bye.